Trackz, your girl Ambi, another stop. But this one, we're going to switch it up. I got my homie.
Yeah.
Young Bull up in the building. Young Devyn, what up, baby?
I'm good.
Yo, I see. You know, on Ambi Trackz, we start at the very beginning. And we talking childhood.
Okay.
Tell me about childhood. Tell me about the name, Young Devyn, all of that.
Well, first, my childhood. My family's from Trinidad.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Grew up in East New York, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Good and bad.
Okay.
Have his days. Be outside playing. That's the good part. And then, all right, time to go inside. So, you know, it was good and bad, but for the most part, come from humble beginnings. Always was interested in music. My family, they always were very musically inclined.
Okay.
My mom could sing, my dad could sing, so that's what it started off with. And then over the time, I just fell in love with hip hop myself. And the name Young Devyn, it came along over the years. I never really had a stage name when I first started performing, because I started early on. I was like 8, and I was singing, because my family's from Trinidad, so I started singing soca music.
Yes.
And I got big. I was traveling, doing performances in like stadiums, like for thousands of people. And over the years, this one host, his name is Redman, he just was calling me Little Devyn one day, Young Devyn the next. But Young Devyn is what stuck with everybody.
Soca starting off so young.
Yeah.
As a young kid growing up, what made you want to be a soca artist?
I grew up on soca, honestly. Like my mom and my dad, they're both directly from Trinidad, so that's all they would play in the house. And then over the years, I just started adapting to the culture. And it was this one day, my school had a international day, so you had to rep your country in a talent show. And because my family's from Trinidad, I was like, you know what, let me do a soca song. And they posted the video on Facebook, and it had went viral. So I was like,
crazy.
Maybe I couldn't do it.
Crazy. And what age was that?
I was 7 at the time. Yeah.
What? What? 7 turning up. She was 7.
7.
Some of y'all y'all ain't even know what soca was when y'all was 7. But, right, so then we transform into the love for hip hop. Where did we get that from?
Well, it initially started, I was listening to, I watched the documentary on Nicki Minaj. Okay. But this was early. This was like 2014, 2013. It was like this documentary that she had out. And that really drew me to her in particular, because I just loved her work ethic and seeing how she is behind the scenes. And I always looked up to her for that in particular before the music. And then, I decided I wanted to listen to her album again. And so I listened to The Pink Print. And
classic album.
Yeah, love it. And I was just picking up punchlines that I wasn't hearing the first time I listened to it. And then because of that made me excited. I'm like, yo, she's the smartest person. That's like the first time I was like, nah, Nicki's real. And so I went and I listened to a Jay-Z album. I think it was, when was it? I think it was the Black Album.
Okay. Classic J right
December
there.
4th is like my favorite. I love that.
One of my favorite joints too, definitely.
I listened to the Black Album, and then I listened to a Wayne album, and I listened to a Meek album.
Okay.
And after that, I was like, no, I'm
gonna do this.
So I begged my mother to buy me a Mac, because I was already getting interested in like GarageBand and trying to hear myself, record myself. She bought me a laptop, and then 2 weeks later, she bought me a microphone. And I started recording these little freestyles, but I wasn't releasing them. I swear to God, if somebody ever gets my computer,
it's over. They gonna have the
careers flushed. Like, what the heck is this? Yeah, it was rough. It was rough in the beginning, but I just always kept pushing at it. And I think one thing that I took from Nicki the most was that she always was on point with her pen. Like, no matter how far she went, she always was very in tune with the fact that you have to have skill. Right. And that made me push myself. So I was taking like the smart things and the wittiness from her, the hunger and the drive and the storytelling from like Meek, because he made me feel comfortable with my story and my struggle. And, you know, Wayne with his punchlines and Jay with his cadence, and it all came together.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, being so young in this industry and coming full throttle and full force, and you ain't stopping right now. Like, you just on a constant flow. Yeah. How does the audience receive you? First of all, like, hearing you rap, I wouldn't envision a 16-year-old girl. Like, yo, who that? What is the normal reception that you get from people?
People are usually surprised. Like, when I say I'm a female, I'm like at the bottom of the barrel if you think about it, because I'm a female in a male-dominated business, and then I'm a kid in an adult-dominated business. So it's like I'm the underdog for real, but I always look at it as it's good to have people underestimate you, so it gives more of a wow factor when you prove them wrong. So it's like people will be looking, they'll be like, all right, what's she about to do?
Right.
And then by the end, yo, nah, hottest youngin'. So that's how it usually is. And I always kept that. I think because people always ask me like, how are you able to rap so mature without sounding inappropriate?
Right.
And I guess it just comes from me being exposed to the industry and being around adults early on. That, you know, on the weekends I was with adults, and the weekdays I was with kids in elementary school. So it was like I was able to find that balance.
That's dope. That's dope. So how do you maintain that balance today with your what you got going on now? Your music, still going to school.
Yeah.
Like, how do you maintain that every day?
It's pretty easy. My family, they keep me humble. My friends, for a fact. And just to see that they're proud of me, it humbles me. Like, everything that happens for me that's good, I can never get caught up in it, because I always take it of, I know how hard I work to get to that one position, and I'm barely even where I need to be yet. So it's just like every, you know, milestone that comes is just more of a humbling experience for me.
Dope. Alright, so let's jump into the music. We're gonna make another stop. Let's jump into the music. Now, you mentioned some key people. You mentioned your Nicki, your Meek, your Jay, your Wayne. But who were your influences before you even
before I even got into hip hop? My biggest influences were Soca artists. Marsha Montano, you know, he's the king.
Of course.
Patrice Roberts, she's like the hottest female in Soca right now. And Lyrical, he's another big Soca artist, and I've known him personally since I was 8, and he's seen my growth. That's like a father figure to me, honestly. So those were like my 3 biggest inspirations in music in general, just to see how they work behind the scenes, things that people don't get to see.
Speaking of music today, and I see so many people in your generation, the younger generation, coming up, i.e. you doing a collab with KJ Bull, you know, like when you see your peers around you doing the same or similar things, what do you feel is your role as far as like putting that together? Like, yo, listen, we should work together, or, you know, just thinking of different collabs. How do you take on that role?
Well, I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm picky on collabs, but I'm just, everything that I do, I know my name is behind it, so it has to be very smart. So it's a thought out process for me. Like, I personally reached out to KJ. Another artist, Ace Number 5. We got 2 songs, one for his mixtape and then one that I'm doing myself. So I'm just very keen on certain things that I do, collabs especially. And you know, I love music, so I don't want to just jump on any collab song. But yeah, that's basically how I do. I love seeing my peers work, because I've been seeing them work for years, and to just see it grow, it's amazing.
So, talking about your music, what are we cooking up right now? I mean, we in a studio session. I came in, y'all, and I was sitting in the corner. What are we cooking up right now? We
got a lot that we're working on. I'm just trying to record as much music as I can, because the momentum is going so great. Like, this freestyle that I did the other day, it's going viral. I was scrolling through my Facebook timeline today, and I just see 16-year-old rapper, Young Devyn. I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm like, okay. And then, like, literally 2 hours later, it's at almost 20,000. And then another artist from Philly, Bugsy, he posted me on his page. That's going crazy on my Instagram. So my notifications been blowing up all day. So I'm taking that into consideration. But that's exactly what I wanted. Because people were asking me for a while, when are you dropping a mixtape? But I just needed that momentum. So now that things are getting in the roll, I have a lot of more collabs coming.
Okay.
I'm just working on as much music as I can, both rap, me doing the melodies. This song that I just recorded is coming out on Valentine's Day.
Ooh!
Yeah, so...
Ooh! Yeah, I don't even know what's about to happen. Yeah. Now, you talked about Meek. You mentioned Meek a lot. And I see you dropped a song for Meek.
Yeah, it was like a free Meek freestyle.
Little freestyle. Tell me about that.
Well, when that whole situation first had happened, it was just from before when he got arrested in the summer for it. I just found it really unfair, and I felt like the hip-hop police is real. They are. And they definitely had targeted him, and I just find whatever his judge is doing is very unfair, because I don't think she understands. And it's like, you are our color, so it's like you should understand the most our struggle with, not only in life but in the system in particular. Absolutely. And you know, she constantly is just making him as an example, and because he's such a big inspiration in my life, it's like me knowing the impact of how I felt when I found out he went to jail. It's like I know there's thousands of kids who are not as motivated, who are just like, all right, well, if Meek could go to jail, then I'm gonna just go back to whatever I was doing. So I went to the studio and I just wrote how I felt about it, and I turned it into a video. And he likes bikes, so
Yeah.
I called
Pull
up
out
some
the
bikers.
4-wheelers real
Yeah.
quick. Turned it up real quick. That's just something simple, nothing
Something
crazy.
like
But I think that's super dope, and to be a voice of the people.
Mhm.
I mean, we can all have an opinion of how we feel. Oh, that's messed up, or yeah, that shouldn't happen like that. But to actually voice your opinion, I thought that was one, super brave, and two, it just shows that these artists are impactful to the youth, and they are looking to these artists like, yo, it's
and they're human. He has a son.
And everybody is in it for different reasons.
Right.
Everybody is doing. So it's like, why would you want to take away from the next man?
Exactly.
When, come on, if
That
somebody
judge know
came
she
to
a
you
fan.
and
She be listening to Meek Mill in the bathroom.
I gotta put Meek away today. Like, why you? Come on, man. We gotta do better than that. We working with people, putting together music, collabing with people. If you had the power to put together an all-female track right now, an all-female track, 5 female artists.
Ooh, got it right now.
Who are those female artists?
Nicki.
Okay.
You putting Cardi back because that motorsport, that was
official.
Nicki,
okay.
Cardi, Young and May, Remy. It's between Lil' Kim and Lauryn Hill for me. Because, I personally... Lil' Kim is Lil' Kim. Gangsta. But Lauryn Hill, for me, is a big inspiration.
Yes.
Because she kind of taught me how to mix raps and melodies. So, Lauryn Hill, because she could do the hook.
Let's do it. I like that.
She gonna do the hook.
I like that.
Nicki and Remy, they gonna squash their beef.
And we gonna get that together.
Right, it's gonna be a movie. And then, me, just...
That'd be fire.
Yeah.
Nah, that'd be... And I always love to ask female artists that because...
I don't know why it's such a division.
And I
early on, though.
Talking to Lola Brooke, me and Lola Brooke was sitting down having this conversation. I see her all the time. And I'm like... We was talking about like a remake of Ladies Night. A remake of Ladies Night needs to happen in 2018.
Somebody commented like a day ago that I should do so with Lola.
I think that'd be fire.
Yeah. I think Kaya Baby is another one.
Kaya's
love
my
her.
girl. Definitely.
Love her. We were on a cipher together. That's how I got introduced to her. She's dope.
All previous stops on Ambi Trackz. You see, I'm bringing you the best. Next stop is Fave 5. Now, Fave 5 is I ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
And you give me 5 answers to each question.
Okay.
All right. So, first Fave 5 is 5 musical influences of all time.
Okay.
Your favorite 5 musical influences of all time.
Marshall.
Okay.
Chris Brown.
Okay.
Because I love his journey from being a teen star to an adult. Nicki. Meek. And myself.
Why not put yourself in it? You gotta put yourself in it. Okay. 5 words that you use constantly to motivate yourself.
Words? It gotta be just words. Okay.
Or if it's a phrase that you use, you can give me a phrase.
Prayers.
Okay.
My family. My mom's house. Malachi. That's like my little godbrother. And his sister Michaela. Those are like the 5 things that keep me motivated.
5 of your favorite movies.
Ooh, Set It Off.
Hey!
I'm big Cleo.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her.
No, Set It Off. I'm gonna get corny. I like Frozen.
Okay.
The Incredibles. What else? I barely watch movies. Shoot, it was just this movie that I had just watched.
We got Set It Off, Frozen, The Incredibles. We got 2 more.
I literally just watched this movie. Well, besides movies, I've been getting into this show called The 100.
Yeah. I don't watch TV, girl, but it just sounds.
I don't even watch TV, but that. Yeah.
All right, so we got room for 1 more. You said there were 100, so we got room for 1 more.
I would say Queen of the South.
Okay.
That little gangster too.
Okay. 5 of your favorite dances.
Oh. Ooh.
5 of your favorite dances.
Well, to start old school, we gonna have to go with the Crank That Soldier Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Nene, the Whip was one.
Okay.
The Dab, and the new one, KJ Baller, Cooking Up. Yeah. Don't play that song around here.
5 of your favorite verses. What songs are they on?
Okay. It's gonna be a lot of Meek and Nicki in this one. All right, so Meek, I would say There's many. I could say for Meek, These Scars, where he says, no more rollies, I'm just buying more properties.
Okay.
Nicki, this is the Shanghai. Hitters know if they talk slick that I'm winter fresh, they'll get chewed out. Biggie, I just love the line Versace shade watching you. I love it. It has to be just rap?
No.
Oh, okay. Whitney Houston, I Look to You.
Oh.
And Can You Stand the Rain?
Jam.
I listen to that a lot.
Oh, that's Fave 5 right there. We wrapping that up. Let's jump into politics a little bit. I like to ask artists all the time.
I know you get a lot of rappers that get
I'm not really into politics.
They do, and certain people don't really want to speak on it too much, which is totally understandable. But I always like to pose the question: if you were the next president tomorrow, Young Devyn is the president, and you can be Young Devyn president tomorrow.
Listen, if Kanye 2020.
Listen.
2024.
Listen. What are the first 3 things that you would want to change?
I would break down the wall that Donald Trump is trying to build.
Okay.
I would try to work more deeper into mass incarceration on minorities and just helping the poor mostly. Like, it should be no reason why there's a president who has billions of dollars who's not paying taxes and there's still people living in the street.
Listen.
You know, I mean, you can't solve world hunger, but if it's a country that you can actually help, then.
I love it.
This was approved by Young Devyn.
As a teenager, what are some issues that you would say you face personally in everyday life?
I'm really out of the mix. Like,
well, that's a good thing.
Probably I would
that's
say
a good
just
thing.
The most thing is like the fake people. You know, my school. It's a lot of those. I see it, but I mean that comes with it. If I was a regular teenager or artist, that's just something that's gonna go on in life. So I'm getting used to it. But you know, sometimes the devil really be testing. But you know, I'm blessed.
Lord, hold on, Lord.
Yeah.
Hold on.
One time be having to remind me. She be like, "You got too much of a brand to mess this up." I'm like, maybe it's getting me off my pivot sometimes. So
never let that happen. Yeah, never let that happen. So going to school, how you maintain your cool? Like, is it overwhelming sometimes? Or people like, oh yeah, I go to school.
Yeah, sometimes it's like,
listen, we here to learn, we chilling, I'm chilling, I'm in my zone right now. Tell me how that goes.
It's usually chill most of the time, but when it will be chill, and then like let's say I drop a song or I would drop like a video or something. I usually drop it on like Friday, so that Monday when I come back, it's like, yo, my son, when you was just walking past me on Wednesday.
Word. Oh, now
Monday we best friends, but I mean that's again two-faced. But I appreciate it. I mean support is support at the end of the day. So yeah, but my friends that I keep around me, they keep me humble because they don't see me for all of that, and they also are very proud of me though. So that's just what I need.
Take me there. Now this game, I give you a scenario.
Okay.
And you take me to a time in your life where you can recall whatever I'm asking. First take me there is take me to your first time performing ever. Okay. What was that like?
I was 4.
Okay.
School talent show again. But I was like what? In kindergarten. It was like it was a talent night and I performed like a High School Musical song. So yeah, that was a little cringy. Okay. I don't like this orange jumpsuit. I still remember. That's funny.
Your first video shoot.
Ooh, I was in Trinidad. This is when I was doing Soca. Trinidad for my first song, The Islands. It's at like almost 600,000 on YouTube. It was on the beach, Maracas Beach. That was fun.
This girl putting up numbers. She ain't playing. She putting up numbers. She putting up numbers. All right. Your first celebrity link up with somebody who you always wanted to meet.
I gotta think all the way back from. That was like pretty early on. I would say my first celebrity link in the Soca world was Patrice Roberts. Okay. She was like a big. I was like a fangirl for Patrice for like that whole year, and then to finally meet her backstage at a show, I was like, oh my god.
Talking about the culture. People tend to say now, like, yo, I'm doing this for the culture. You got Migos naming their album Culture. And, you know, they talk about hip-hop culture. What do you think hip-hop culture is today?
I always ask that question, like, what is the culture? When they be like, yo, the culture trying to get rid of someone. what is the? Right. I just feel like the culture is just the like founding fathers of hip hop. That's where it sparked from. I don't think like everything else that we're doing now, of course, is a part of the culture to make it grow. But this is just history being made. I feel like the culture is just the beginning of what started. And me personally, like the newer age and the newer acts that are coming out, I love it. But I feel I will always have that favoritism towards bars and skills. Yeah.
What is young Devyn trying to do? What path is she trying to set for herself? What sound is she trying to bring to this industry? How is she going to continue to differentiate herself from every other artist in the game right now?
Well, number one, I feel like as a younger artist, because a lot of the younger artists and the older artists, they don't get along, and I feel like I could be that artist to bridge the gap because I have the bars, but I also appeal to the kids as well. So it's like it's kind of like a thing for both. Like you see Don Q, he's another one because he relates to the kids, but he got bars and the adults respect him for that. So I think that would be a good thing for me to bridge that gap. And I just want to be as big as I could be, honestly. Nikki, I love you, but
listen, she coming. Talking about the music again. You know, I'm a DJ. I'm out here. I'm promoting these records. I'm playing these records. What's the importance of record plays to you as far as like DJ wise, radio, you know, all over?
I feel like that's super important. You got to get the streets hot. To me, no matter how much money a label puts behind you, if the streets is not with you, and I'm not saying the streets like gangsters, right? But I'm just saying in general, like you got to get the kids talking, you got to get social media talking. I mean, that's what labels look for nowadays. They don't really want to do as much work as how they used to. Right. So it's like before you even get to radio plays, like club plays, just DJs getting your music, you reaching out. That's really important, I feel.
Label talk. Talking about labels. Are we looking at labels right now? We riding independent? What we doing?
Right now we riding independent, but I mean, if a good lenient deal comes along and I'm at a substantial, because I'm not gonna jump at a great deal if I don't feel like I'm in the position where I need to be. Like I want to be able to make certain decisions and call certain shots, so I'm not gonna rush into a deal even if we were to get a call tomorrow. So I'm not looking at labels right now, but of course it's in the works.
Secure the bag. Yeah. Secure the bag. Secure the bag alert. Khaled, what up? We're going to jump into Man Down. Man Down is another game. So I give you 2 options. You pick one option. The other one got to go.
Okay.
All right? Ooh. So Man Down. Fame or fortune? I love asking this question. Fame or fortune?
For the sake of my family, my family, to take care of my family, I would say fortune. But the reason that I wanted fame was because I always wanted my music to spread to the masses. Because it's like one idea. It's like I want to get it out to as much people as I can. But I would say fortune. Just for it wouldn't be like a materialistic thing. It would be so I could be able to buy my mother a house and make sure we're good.
Gotcha. Securing it. Yeah. Securing it. Respect or loyalty? Kind of hard,
right there. Respect or loyalty? I'd rather loyalty. Okay. Because somebody could respect you and not be loyal to you. Because they could respect you out of fear. So I'd rather people who are genuinely loyal to me.
Like it. Soca or hip hop?
Oh, wow.
Soca or hip hop?
I can't. Like, that's one. I can't.
Soca or
I can't live without soca.
Okay.
But I can't live without hip hop. I wouldn't be able to choose.
You calling it even? Yeah. First time ever somebody got to call it even.
I can't. All of my Caribbean. What? If I get in soca, I find I get in too caught up in the raps. Watch. And then the hip hop fan. What, son? Bro? Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
To be able to balance and the switch between the two, I know it has to be. I mean, it just has to feel regular, normal to you because that's just your background. But it's dope actually seeing an artist who wears more than one hat. Yeah. And, you know, is able and actually good at both things. Because sometimes somebody will try something you like, listen, sis, all right, that was cool, but we want you to stick to this. But I definitely like the fact that you embrace both sides. Yeah. And it shows.
I mean, the main reason I decided that I always said when I was doing soca that I was gonna go into a more mainstream genre, and once I got a huge fan base, I was gonna introduce the world to soca. So all of this is just a part of the journey.
Strategic plan.
Yeah, all of this. Like I already know years down the line how I'm gonna introduce, because soca is such an amazing,
I like that.
you know, Trinidad and the Caribbean itself is such an amazing culture.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it's so much talented artists that the world needs to hear. And I feel like there's been no mainstream artists from the Caribbean in general who should, you know, shine that light. So
absolutely. Well, Young Devyn is here. Your 6-month plan. What would you say your 6-month plan is? I know you said you got a lot of collabs coming.
Popping in 6 months.
You popping right now. So
that's the game plan. The way things are going for me. Yeah, exactly. In 6 months, what is gonna be? The summer. By that time, God willing, I would have a mixtape out. The momentum is going great. These collabs are going great. People are loving the love songs, and they loving the little gangster drill songs too. So I'll be able to give them both, and I'll just be on top of the world in 6 months.
Rolling it. So fashion. Tell me about fashion. What impact does fashion have on
this is my studio fashion.
I like your style.
Casual.
See, you know what I'm saying?
Tight t-shirt. No, I'm joking. My fashion, I'm like a little tomboyish when I dress, but I mean, I switch it up and I'm girly as well. But mostly, I like, if it was up to me, I would wear sweatpants, Jordans. But when I have to, I like a little Michael Mary jeans.
Okay.
I love his whole collection. Forever 21, that's my store. I would run, no matter how big I get, I'm running up a check in Forever 21. That is my store.
Running up a check,
yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be in this industry? I know you said you want to be big.
Yeah.
Your music heard everywhere. Mm-hmm. But when we talk about Michael Jackson, that's the king of pop.
Right.
You talk about Prince, you know what I'm saying? What is Young Devyn legacy gonna be?
I wouldn't even say to be like being a rapper queen. I would just say in music in general, no matter what genre it is, no matter when you name your top, Young Devyn has to be there. I just want to be remembered and to know that 20, 30 years down the line, my name is going to be set in stone. People are going to be sampling my songs.
Absolutely.
Like, I just want to be able to make classics and just be remembered. That's the biggest thing.
That's super dope. We pulling into the end of the train.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling into the end. Last stop before we get into the business.
Okay.
What is one thing that you would want the world to know about you that they would not know from seeing your videos, from hearing your music, from your interviews? What's one thing that you would want the world to know?
Well, one thing that they don't know is that I'm very shy. I'm a very shy, quiet person because I'm very observant. So I just like watching people's energies, and I pick up on vibes really quickly. Like, people could smile, but if I know that you're not genuine, So I guess you could say that I'm a really shy person. Like, if I'm not in the studio, if I'm not in my element, I'm like, hi. How you doing?
How you doing? My name is Devyn.
Yeah. Like, this is the furthest I would talk because you got to camp. But if it was a regular, I'm like, okay.
That's dope. Ambi Trackz, next stop, Young Devyn. We about to go ham in his 16s on the track. Mm-hmm. You gotta give me some fire. I done see your fire everywhere else. So, Ambi Trackz, I need a crazy exclusive.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can never go tired. I'm just feeling inspired. Cold-blooded in my body in the midst of the fire. You gon' keep us switching lanes, end up popping your tire. I'ma always be the same, can't nobody be flyer. I'm just a youngin' on this mission that's trying to get up out the hood, right? Tired of the block and just living up in this hood life. I was born a queen, a king, I'm understood right. Ain't nobody gave me a chance, they never looked twice. Gang everywhere I step, look like a hood flight. Whole city on my back, I got them shook, right? Never falling short of my beat because my hook tight. Stacking all this paper together just like a book, right? Checking my performance, they sleeping while I'm yawning. I'm working till the sun up. Michaela, she wants some Jordans. Sick of everybody that's hating and make me nauseous. Philippe steak with cheesecake is all I wanted. To be great with green face all on my walk, said. See, hate, no leeway, so let me tell you it's on. Back like never before. And if you want that other side, you better tell them it's war. And everything that's on my list, just know I'm checking it off. Plus, I'm only getting better every time that I fall. And yeah, got a couple bruises, but I'm dusting it off. Cause my family gotta eat, I'm never showing remorse, never.
Woo! Ambi Trackz, 16s on the track. Listen, baby, I definitely appreciate you stopping.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And let me know. Whatever you got going on, what you got cooking up. Cooking up. Next stop. Yo, this girl's on fire, man. Don't say I ain't tell you. I warned you. I warned you. Another one. Ambi Trackz, next stop. We out.
Cause you changed me. I wanna let you know how you played me. I give you all my love, but you shady. I wanna let you know. Say I wanna let you know. Yeah, I wanna let you know. I wanna let you know that you say I was focused trying to really get the city poppin'. Diamonds dancing on my finger like it's really rockin'. Then you came into my life and everything was stopping. I was falling deep in love, but I ain't had no knowledge. Used to flow into your friends, so your family about me. So deep, I ain't really want nobody around me. Every time we see each other, everything was cloudy. We did our dirty, they could do how we living without me. Now you leaving all these comments, messing around it's like you never had a conscience. I was suspicious, so the fighting became constant. Yeah, I was stupid because I put up with your nonsense, but you was up now, baby, you can come. Yo, what's up, guys? This is Young Devyn, and I want to big up my girl Ambi Trackz. You know we Liddy, the hottest in the city. Cause you changed me. I wanna let you know how you played me. I gave you all my love, but you shady. I wanna let you know. Say I wanna let you know. Yeah, I wanna let you know. I wanna let you know that you